Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 26 of Let's FIFA 17. And we're starting out this episode with 4,800 coins. And the objective of this episode is to build a cheap squad which we can use sort of past Black Friday and not lose too many coins. Which we got in on players right now, because in this squad we have players like Pereira, we got EX, and we got Brathwaite. They go for a fair bit, and I thought let's sell them on, and hopefully they'll drop a bit in price as we go past Black Friday, and I can then use my coins which I get from selling them to maybe buy some other players for cheap once we get past Black Friday. So these guys got listed up in the transfer list, and this is going up on a Wednesday, but I listed these players up so towards the end of the weekend, so they might have dropped a bit in price since I listed them up. But my thought was, hopefully I can at least get some coins in on them before they drop too much in price. So yeah, we listed everybody up apart from Mike Jensen, of course. And EX now is actually going to make quite a bit of profit on, because I picked him up as the cheapest on the market with a Honda chemistry style. And that meant he would go for a fair bit when I sold him, made around 2,000 coin profit on him. Lost some coins in Skelwick because he was very expensive when I picked him up. I lost around 3,500 coins on him. But anyways, I end up with 4,800 coins after those players had sold on. But I spent those coins at the same time to build a squad. Now, I didn't sell on every single player. I still need to sell on 2 of the informs, which were combined around 50,000 coins. So basically, we sold on our squad, and we managed to sort of get 50,000 coins back in the end, after having built a new squad as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, we built a very cheap squad. It cost me 14 to 15,000 coins to build. Karius in the net, Matip as my first center back. Rudiger I didn't pay anything for because he's in my 3-4-2-1 squad. But yeah, when I picked him up for the other squad, he cost me 850 coins. So he's relatively cheap. Moreno, he was an untradeable player I had in my club, but he goes pretty much for discard value on the market. So he's going to be relatively cheap as well to pick up if you wanna get him for sort of a Black Friday squad. And finally, we got Perez into the defense. I believe he was the most expensive player of the defense. 1,900 coins for him. He is everywhere on the pitch, and I quite do like him on the fullback spot. So yeah, a pretty cheap defense, and I don't think most of these players will drop too much in price. Maybe Perez will drop a little bit, but yeah, I think most of these players will be able to be sold back for sort of the same amount we bought them for. Asamoah, 1,400 coins, I think is a bargain for those stats. Box-to-box midfielder, 4-star skills, all stats 70 and above. Same thing goes for Castro, 1,600 coins for him, all stats pretty much 70 above, apart from his physical stats. He's missing the 4-star skills like Asamoah got, but he is still a very good box-to-box midfielder. And finally, we got a DM in Rode, and yeah, he is... I guess he will also push forward because he got the high work rates. But yeah, all stats 70 and above apart from his shooting. So we got like a midfield with just all the stats well-rounded. They can win the ball and they can attribute into attacking and going forward. So that is how I like my midfield. Have 3 players in the center of the pitch and just deny my opponents to sort of get forward, and then we'll have the front 3 to sort of hit my opponents on the counter attack. So Cuadrado was the most expensive player on the squad. 3,400 coins with a Honda chemistry style and as a right winger. Might have gotten a little bit lucky when I picked him up, but I'm pretty sure you can pick him up as a right mid or right wing without the chemistry style for under 4,000 coins. Pretty certain of that. Then we've got Coleman on the left wing, 2,100 coins for him. Rapid 4-star skills, good dribbling, and he just feels good to play with on the game. Very, very good play on the left wing. And finally, we've got Niang, a good budget striker on the top, 800 coins for him. So that was pretty much the squad I built. You might have seen a couple of other players popping up when I was building this squad, and that's because I bought some more players as well for the League on squad building challenges, and we won't complete any of those in this episode, but in the next episode we'll complete some more of them. Anyways, Rudiger and Moreno of course didn't cost me any coins when I built this squad, so if you're going to pick those up as well, I think you can build this squad for around 16,000 coins, maybe 15,000, maybe even cheaper, as I did build this squad Sunday and now it is Wednesday, so they might have dropped a bit in price. Anyways, I was going to test out these guys in the division. So into Division 4 we go. I added the instructions, so basically The only thing I did was to make my right back, left back, and my defensive mid in Rode all stay back when attacking. And then I made my right winger, left winger, and Coman and Cuadrado cut in behind. So basically the idea was to win the ball with the midfield, get it up to Niang, he could sort of hold up play, and then we got our wingers or left forwards and right forwards who are running behind and create stuff. So my first opponent had a nice little League On and Italian squad, and I noticed he had Pirlo on his right centre mid spot, and right from the start I thought to myself, okay, Pirlo isn't the fastest of players, I got Coman on the left hand side of the pitch, let me attack down that way, or that side, and it seemed to work out pretty well. We got a pretty scrappy first goal, a little bit lucky, but yeah, Coman on the ball here, played to Moreno, into Niang. Niang would turn around, take the shot, but blocked off in the end there. But we were playing good FIFA at this stage, and I quite enjoyed playing with this side. It seemed like it was well balanced, and we won the ball quite easily in the midfield with sort of the strong midfield we built, I'd say, in regards to win the ball. And counter-attacking wise, we were really causing havoc with Coman. He was just good to play with. Breaking on through into the box. A little bit unlucky not to get onto it here, but we pick it up with Rode. Rode plays to Castro. He gets it back. He stops up. He sees Niang at the far post, and he will score his second goal of the game. Make it 2-0 for us. 44th minute, we end again on the ball, and it's again Niang distributing it after getting the ball played up to him. We get to Cuadrado, a little skill move past the slide tackle to Coman. Coman into the box. I tried for some fancy stuff past the keeper. Didn't work out, but he made a big mistake, and thus Asamoah would score, make it 3-0, and after that, my opponent rates quit at halftime pretty much. So we won the match 3-0, and yeah, very, very good debut with our new squad, I'd say. Getting 3 points and playing very, very well. So, yeah, that was one of the first few times I've actually been using the 4-3-2-1 this year. I haven't used it much, and I was pretty happy with that. So, I decided to jump into yet another game with the squad. And we would get matched up against a 4-5-1 BPL side. Got a couple of informs in Coman, and he got Payet, and overall a really, really strong looking BPL squad. A squad I wouldn't have the coins for right now. But yeah, we played good right from the start. Good pass and move play here. And in the end, it's Coman to get the ball. Tried to finesse it, but didn't work out on the weak foot there, and it remained at 0-0. Asamoah on the ball here, 21st minute. He placed it on through to Coman. Coman on the ball, a little heel-to-heel flick, failed, but he picks the ball back up, and that's something that seems to happen with Coman. He's very good at sort of regaining possession when he loses it, and in the end, on the shot, it went out for corner, and on that corner, we find my tip, which I got as my default set-piece taker. I need to change that. I'll probably forget it, but I really do need to change that. Anyways, we get the ball back here. It's Cuadrado into Coman. I used the shielding, and I got tackled, and thus pick up a penalty. Coman to step up for that and get a goal for us. Make it 1-0. 43rd minute. We're back on the ball again. Coman with the skill moves on through to Niang. Niang, he will play it back to Coman. He will find Cuadrado, and yeah, I wasted my chance in the end. I didn't really know what to do. And then I was switching player and shooting. I got a little chip shot in, and thus that was a save. And as we began the second half, we got a very, very good start. We find Niang here. He takes a little touch in behind the defender, and I was getting caught up here, so I went with a ball roll, then ran. So in the, rolled around one way and then ran back into the direction I started off with. It worked out pretty well. Got a little bit lucky, but I got the goal, made it 2-0, and then it was my time. It was time for my opponent to get back into the game. He got Vardy on, and he was difficult to stop. Very, very fast at this stage with full stamina, pretty much, and he would get a goal back for my opponent. But pretty much straight after that, we found Cuadrado, a little skill move in the box, and thus we were up a 3-1, back into the 2-goal lead. And at this stage, my opponent was just rushing forward, bringing all his players forward to try and get back into the match. And yeah, I had a 2-goal lead, so I ended up sort of just playing for fun, trying out skill moves and ridiculous shots. At the same time, my opponent did create more chances as he was pushing it forward, but we were also getting closer and closer to the 90th minute, and my opponent had not put the ball into the back of the net as we reached the 89th minute, or at least not put the ball into the back of the net for a second time. We got the ball to Costa, onto Vardy, and he would take a shot, but we were able to block it and save it in the end. And then in the 90th minute, we got one final chance. A cheeky little stop and turn, dink over the slide tackle, tried out the volley, but went into the hands of the goalkeeper. And thus, we win 3-1. So, yeah, 2 wins with the new squad. And we're sitting on 12 points from 5 games in the division. Pretty good form, considering we lost the first match. We've been on a winning streak now of 4 matches. So, pretty happy about that. And apart from that, we have sold on some of the informs. We have some coins in our club, but we will be spending some of those coins in the next episode to complete some squad building challenge, maybe do some trading, and apart from that, we will also be playing some more matches in the division. But for now, we're going to end it off here, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.